Yeah, good evening, everyone. How has your day been? I hope if if you can hear me, kindly signify. Let me know if you can hear me. Okay, great, great, great. So, welcome to our breakout session for today. And today we won't actually be doing too much things like that. So, but before we start, let's wait a bit for other people to join. So once it's 6:05, then we start. Okay. So yeah. Okay, okay. Thank you everyone. So let's just wait for other people to join. Once it is 6:05, then we are starting. Okay. So in less than 2 minutes we'll be starting. Let's just give other people the grace to join us. Let's just wait. In less than 2 minutes we'll be starting. Okay, good evening everyone. How has your week been? So, in just to start, I would like to ask us how the task for this week has been. So I would like us to ask how was the assignment for this week? Hope we are all able to complete our assignments. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear
Okay,
you.
okay.
Yes, we can
So,
hear you.
okay. So I'm asking that hope there's no one here that has not completed the assignment by now. So the silence means we all completed the assignment, right? Ah, hey, right, what happened? How will we not be able to complete it?
So I'm juggling both work and the classes and everything. So sometimes it gets like really challenging to finish all the assignments. But I'm on it actually. I'll do my best to complete it.
Okay, okay. So I hope you'll be able to meet up. You know the deadline is 1 a.m. on Monday. So let's just say by the end of Sunday, because just 1 hour after that, 1 midnight on Monday, that's the deadline for you to complete it.
I'll
Okay.
try. I'll try.
Yeah, I hope okay, okay. And please, I dropped the attendance link in the income messages. Let's remember to like let's remember to sign the attendance. Let's remember to fill the attendance form. So your attendance for this meeting is going to be counted. It's going to be recorded. I Ibukun, okay. I wanted to ask her to turn off her video and she has done. And one thing that I noticed is that in this data science thing, let me share my screen. I actually need to show something. Sorry. Where do we go to share screen again? Yeah, I'm trying to share my screen.
That should be that what's it called? You'll see an icon just close to. Are
Oh,
you using are you using your PC? You're using your PC, right? Just close to
no, I'm not, but I've seen it actually.
oh,
It's, thank you, I've seen it. Let's see. Okay. So can you all see my screen? Sorry, can you all see my screen? Hello?
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Go on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Great. So I'm trying to like show like the completion rate for the assignments that we've been having. So like every week I try to like go through the completion rate, and the completion rate has not been like it's not encouraging at all. Let's look at the assignments we have from the first week we started. So here we have 54, 58, 43%, 128%, 37%, 26, 27, and then 25. Then this growing number is number of people that completed, and the one in this bronze orange color are people that missed the assignment. You can see that the completion rate has actually not been encouraging at all. It has actually not been encouraging at all. Look at the one for, I think there was no assignment last week, and then 2 weeks ago, only 25 of people completed the assignment, and it has not been encouraging at all. And the current one for this week, if we try to go through it, so here you have 18, 41, 44, 18%, 60%, and 7% completion rate. So I'm going to like implore every one of us to like take this assignment seriously. Let's take it seriously. Not make it like let's not like have a lot of assignments that are due, and then we are going to become overwhelmed in the end. That's why we broke it down into weekly things that we'll be able to do. You can actually go ahead before we get to where you are. That will actually be the best, because with that, you still have maybe anytime you get busy and you are not able to do something, you still know that you still have some assignments you've already done that are not yet assigned. Because I showed you the track that we all know the track that the assignment has been are being assigned for. So you can actually go ahead instead of waiting for the assignment to be assigned. You can actually go ahead before the assignment has been assigned. So once the assignment is being assigned, it automatically ticks that you've completed it. And let's not forget that out of all the tracks that AICA is like offering, the data scientist track is the most bulky. So let's remember what we have signed up for. And I remember last week I was explaining about the XP and everything. In order for you to meet up, you cannot slack. You must not slack off. You have to actually teach everything. Like you do not, you cannot miss anything. You have to like You cannot skip. You have to take everything in order to be able to meet up. Yes. And one more thing I want to talk about was that last week when I was talking about experience point, that I was saying that for the first 2 months we are expected to have completed 50%. Sorry, 50,000 XP. And if I check the group here, when this group was created, let me check when this group was created. Still loading. So let's wait for it to load. So when I checked, I saw that this data science group was created on June 30th on DataCamp. So I don't know, I want to be sure. When was the day we all received an invitation to start learning on DataCamp? Can someone remind me the day we received invitation to start learning on DataCamp? Hello, can you all hear me?
I think mine was July 13th.
July 13th.
July 13th.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, July 13th. So, because when I checked this group on DataCamp, I saw that the data science group was created on June 30th. So I was thinking probably it was that same day that the invitation was sent out. So July 13th, it means this August, close to the end of August. By September 13th, the first 2 months probation period will be completed. And at that point, every learner is going to be assessed on the requirements for the probation period requirements if you met all the requirements or not. And part of the requirements that was at that at the end of the 2 months, you should have gotten up to 50,000 experience points. So I want to ask, like every one of us here, can like people give me like how many experience points have you accumulated up to this point now? We've spent like around 1.5 months, so you still have like maybe half a month to go for the probation period. So I want to ask, how many experience points have we been able to gather up to this point? I think like maybe 3 to 5
Good
answers.
evening.
Yeah.
Sorry. Right now,
Yes.
I have 44,323.
You have how many?
44,323.
44,323.
Yes.
Wow, great, great. Can someone else also give us? Can
I
someone
think
else
me,
also give? Like, how many experience points? Yes,
I have 38,675 XP. 38,000.
38,000 something, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So I have 44,000, 38,000. So someone else, can someone else reply?
I have 43,500.
43,000. Wow, great.
500.
500. Wow. So 44, 38, 43. Can we have two more, please? Can we have two more, please? Just two more.
I have 34,000 plus.
You have 34,000 plus. Okay. So we have
Yeah,
Okay.
44, 30. Yes.
I have 52,311 XP.
Wow, wow, wow. 52,000. So the reason why
Hello,
I'm like asking, yes.
hello, sir.
I have 51,000 plus.
Sorry,
Yes,
put
I
up that.
have 50.
Yes. You have what? I can't hear. But I think you were saying 50 something, 50,000 plus, right? I can't hear you again. Okay, so the reason why
Sorry,
I'm
please, I have a
asking this,
question, please. Hello, can you hear me?
yes, wait. Yeah, okay, what's your
Okay.
question?
Please, my question is like when taking the normal SPs, like my SP is greater, but when taking the leadership board, it is kind of smaller. Is there something like I don't get?
When you are checking leaderboard, the XP is like by default is going to show for the last 30 days, not when you started. So if you check around the tabs, around the top there, you are going to see past 30 days, past 90 days, and I think all time. So if you go to all time, that's where you see your total XP. Do you get? Like, for example,
All
let
right,
me go
thank
here,
you. I get
learn,
it.
and then if you go to leaderboard, where's the leaderboard? Yeah, you go to the leaderboard, and then here you can see that by default it's showing for 30 days. It's showing for 30 days, and then you can click on 90 days and then past year or all time. But by default, the leaderboard is going to show you is for the past 30 days. So that's what it's going to show you. So the reason why I'm asking everyone for how many experience points you've gotten is that out of all the requirements for the first 2 months, I think if you are actually doing your assignment like regular, you are not missing the assignment. I think the one that
Yeah,
will be
no
like a bit
appliances.
harder. Yeah,
You not give an assignment this week for this thing now. AI
who is
community.
that? Hello, so who's someone? Someone is someone is mic is unmuted.
So,
Sorry, who's that? Whose mic is unmuted? Can you kindly
so
mute your mic? So the reason why I'm asking for the number of experience points we've gotten so far is that out of all the requirements for the first 2 months, the like right now if you've been like doing the assignment at the right time, the one that will be like a bit hard to like meet up with is the number of experience points, which is 50,000. And with the survey that I just did now, I see that we're actually on a good note. Like I could get like two people that were like that have already like met that requirement already. That's 50,000 or more. And I got like three people, I think, or two people that were around 40,000 something. So people that are around 40,000 something, please let's take note within the next like half a month that we have left. Please ensure you like get up to 50,000 by September 13th when the first 2 months probation period is going to elapse. And people that are currently 30,000 plus, I think 38,000 plus and 34,000 plus, please you need to work you need to like do more work, engage with more content on DataCamp to like get more experience points. And you can get experience points by taking courses and doing projects. And another way to like get experience points, like this one is actually very fast to get experience points, is once you log into DataCamp and you are in the home tab, if you go down, you are going to see some practice questions here. I could remember then that when I was taking my own course then on the leaderboard, anytime I see someone is like someone like I want to like overtake someone in the leaderboard, I don't usually go to courses, I don't usually go to do projects to get experience points. What I usually do is to practice. And each practice you do contains just 5 questions. And once you complete it, you are getting 250 XP. And I can actually do like 4 practice within, let's say, 5 minutes. I can do 2 practice and I can do 4 practice within 5 minutes. And with that, I already have 1,000 XP like that. And then if I do it for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, then see the number of XPs I will have gotten, like 4,000 XP. Like one of the let's if you go here, you are going to see practice questions and they are quite easy. They are quite easy. And the funny thing is that you actually don't need to know them to do practice questions. If you are choosing the wrong answer, if you choose a wrong answer, you are going to get like the correct answer is going to be shown to you at the end. So the next thing is that what you just have to do is that the next time you are trying, you just have to like pick the correct answer that will shown to you. So let me just show an example of a practice question here. Once you start, you are going to see questions and then see options here, and then just click on one, and then if it is correct, that's not right. And then what's the correct answer? This is the correct answer. And then continue. Oh, my phone, I'm having issues with the control of my phone. Please, kindly bear with me. Sorry, kindly bear with me. So the second one I have here. Sorry, can you all see my screen? Sorry, hello.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay, which column has the most missing value? Here we see that's director. Then next, continue, and then movies, pt dot dash, movies into dash, insert this time equals to this, and not of the same, the date added column are not of the same format. And then you can just choose any like option that you have. Just pick any random values. Just pick random values. And then it added to I'm actually no like um I'm actually just picking random values here now. So you can just like any question you actually do not get right, like you are going to be told like okay oh, you did not get this question right so this is how to go about it and the answer is going to be shown to you. And this will also like be helpful like to own your skill. And for example, if you are preparing for like interview questions, these simple things you will do them a lot of time. Like once you are like doing interview, like it's going to help you apart from getting experience points. But the main reason I'm showing us this today is for us to be able to like meet up with our experience points. If you see that the deadline for the 2 months is getting near and you still need more experience points, please just go to practice and then start practicing to get more experience points, please. So that's what I actually want to show us. And there are like other ways to also get experience points apart from the practice. Majority of them are in the learn tab. If you go to the learn tab, if you go to the learn tab and then these three dots here, we have course. This is practice. This is another way to like get practice. Another way to get experience points is to like do assessments. You can actually do a lot of assessments here. So just do them and then to get experience points. But the most easier one that I've tried and I will always recommend if you need experience points faster is to go to practice. Because practice is like the simplest out of everything. Assessments are like harder than practice. And for practice, even if you chose the wrong answer, you'll be told the correct answer. What you just need to do is like learn the correct answer, and the next time the question is shown, pick the correct answer. That's the only thing you need to do. And there are like a lot of them here. There are a lot of them here for you to like do. And the funniest thing is that the same practice, you can actually do it 10 times in a row to get 2,500 points like XP, like same practice. you can do it multiple times. So you are going to be seeing similar questions. If you are afraid of doing new things, so you can use that to like boost your XP. And one other thing you can do is to like go to tutorials, and then you can do tutorials, a lot of tutorials. You can actually check for the like the one with the easier ones, and then use that to boost your mark. I think for every practice you are getting 250 XP, but for every, sorry, I don't think it's tutorial, it is project. Sorry, I wanted to talk about projects, not tutorial. So for every practice, you are getting 250 XP. But for every read work project you do, you are getting 1000 XP. So projects are like another way to like quickly boost your experience points. And with all this, you are not just boosting your experience points, you are also owning your skills. Like you are getting better at what you've learned. I can tell you that when in data science, once you start taking practice, there are some things that you are going to see in the practice question that it is for that practice question you are going to learn them. That they actually don't mention in the course. You are going to learn them from that practice. And also this project, they are going to like boost your confidence for you to be able to like solve problems. So that's what I'm trying to like show you. And there are also other ways to get experience points, like to do competitions. Although I've never done any competition yet, so I cannot say much about it. But you can also do some competitions to like get gift cards, to get experience points, and other things like that. And you can start with the beginner tutorials, knowledge, and then swag, knowledge, things like that. You can actually do a lot of things like that to like boost your XP. So let us like check our XP today, and then plan yourself how much XP you need more to achieve 50,000. So know how you are going to go about it. If the courses, the XP you are getting from the courses and the projects are not enough, try to do a lot of practice and a lot of, maybe a lot of tutorials. But we recommend doing a lot of practice in order to be able to like meet up. And last week I said the requirements for the probation period and the old scholarship period that is going to be sent, but I forgot. So I'm going to like send them today after the meeting. See, yeah. Hello, are you still there? Okay, good. So at the beginning of our meeting, I said we are not going to be like staying so long for this meeting, and I sent the attendance link in the message in info messages when we started. So I'm going to like resend it once more. Please let's remember to fill the attendance form so our attendance can be recorded. And I remember that last week two people raised issues about, yeah, someone raised, and I'm going to like call you soon, Chinedu. I'm going to call you soon. Two
Okay.
people raised an Okay, yeah, two people raised issues. The first person said that the data camp, that the project, there is a project the person was having issue with, that they were not able to submit or something like that. I actually reached out to the person to schedule a call, but he's not been able to meet. And the second person, that after a course she will be asked to pay and things like that. I think that issue has been resolved. Like an invite has been sent to her and she has accepted. I think the issue, if any of them is there, can you, okay, can you quickly like raise your hand to signify, so that I'll be sure that there is no more issue. So I actually don't know their names, so I just want to be sure that the issue has been resolved. So I won't assume it has been resolved while it has not been resolved. So okay, so I have two people raising hands. So I'm going to call you soon. So once I'm going to call the people raising hands now. So after that, we have other TAs for data science class. So John Mr. John is going to take us on a code along. So but before that, Chinedu, you can unmute now and speak. Chinedu, you raised hands, you can unmute now and speak.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
In our Discord group, they have not added me to the data science listen.
Okay. Yeah, what you need to do is go to the announcement page, and then you are going to see a message that you should react to that message based on your track.
I already react on it several times.
But you've not been added.
Yes,
Uh
but I felt it was
okay,
last week, and I just react to it. I mean, last week or last 2 weeks. Yeah, that should be okay. Last week, quite. I told
okay, okay. So which I don't know how you can contact me. If which other channels are you on that on the Discord?
I just recently joined the choose your career path. That should be last 2 weeks. Cause what is name? Somebody person that took us last week. That thing should be John. Yeah, it took us last week. I was saying that I've not joined the data science this thing. So you now ask me, maybe am I in the join? Yeah, choose your career path. I just recently did it last 2 weeks. So I now choose that emoji of a thing, but I've not added me.
Okay, I'm going to relate it to the people in charge. Hopefully it will be resolved very soon. Okay. So the next person, Ejiabor.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
So I was trying to submit the new assignment you gave us on the project, if
Yeah,
visualizing the Nobel Prize winners.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
trying to submit. I'm clicking the submit project, and but think it doesn't go. It keeps showing your solution. It cannot be submitted. Try again, and for like 3 days now, not be able to submit it.
Wow. Well, what I think someone else has the same issue on the group, but he said that it later went. So,
Yeah, I was the same person
and
that asked it. That was me.
oh, you're the
I
same
asked
person
the
that, boy,
question
boy,
is
I think that same person replied that it has been resolved or something.
no,
That later
yes,
went.
it worked at a time. Then after it stopped,
Yeah.
it wasn't working again till today or to this point in time.
And it did not mark the project as completed.
It didn't mark it as completed, but and it didn't even submit it.
Wow. That's a very big issue. Can you like send a message on the Discord channel again? Probably if we can like schedule a call to like troubleshoot it together and for me to like understand what's really happening. So I will know how to like relate it to like the people in charge.
Okay, sir, no problem, sir.
Yeah, just send a message on the Discord channel that you are the one that raised the issue in the call.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So hello, John. Are you here?
Yes, I am, Mr. Usman. I am. I'm here.
Okay.
Good evening. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Good evening. I think you can take charge now.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So, good evening, everyone.
Yeah. Good evening.
All right. So in the next 1 hour, I just want to revisit our assignments for the week. And so we'll do a code along. We might not complete it, but let's see how far we can go. So we want to really understand the project and see how certain things can be applied. All right. So in the next 1 minute, I'll be sharing my screen. Um, so maybe you can take your notes, or if you're with your PC, you can as well code along with me, right? So that I think it helps, right? It helps to strengthen your knowledge of what you know already. Okay, so we want to just revisit the project on visualizing the history of Nobel Prize winners. All right, so okay. Um, okay, so I guess my screen can be seen now, right?
Yes, it can.
All
Yes.
right, all right. So um, we know about the Nobel Prize, right? I think the popular Nobel Prize winner that we know, or Nobel Prize laureate that we know is Wole Soyinka. Who else? Maybe Nelson Mandela. These are the popular African Nobel Prize winners. So we want to do some analysis on the data set. Right. So on the instruction it said analyze Nobel Prize winner data and identify patterns by answering the following questions. What is the most commonly awarded gender and birth country? So before we do that, let's just as usual. So we are doing this together, right? I mean, you guys did the assignment. I mean, so you'll be teaching me. You'll be teaching me. So I don't know. So what is the first thing to be done here? I think our libraries have been imported. So what is the next step if we truly did this project? What is the next step?
I think it's to import the data using the pandas read CSV function.
Okay, all right. So we want to import the data. So what should we name our data? Can anybody suggest? What should we name the data frame?
Let let's just use the DF. That
How
is
about
it's
Nobel
very
laureate?
Like this? Is it okay like this?
yes.
It's okay.
Okay. So what method am I using? Zero read JSON, zero read XLS, zero read CSV. Of course, it's a CSV file. I think I've shown us how to. Um, it's a CSV file. So we're using the method CSV. All right. So let me get the correct. All right. Double CSV. So let's see how we can print out and review our data.
You forgot the quotation, sir.
Oh yeah. Thank you. You're following.
Yeah. And I think one more thing is missing too.
Yes, it's supposed to be inside the data. That is a
Yeah,
folder
data
for data.
directory.
So I didn't get you said.
I say it's supposed to be inside the directory or folder
Yeah,
called data.
data. Yeah.
Okay. That's this, right?
Yeah, sure.
Let's see if you can copy. All right.
Mhm.
So let's view our data sets. Oh, we haven't run this. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Just 5 of it. All right. So if we look at our data, oh, sorry, we have the index column here when the Nobel Prize was won, the category of the Nobel Prize, the prize itself, the motivation. Oh, we can see some null values here. Interesting. The prize, share, the laureate ID, the laureate type, the full name of the laureate winners, their birth date, their birth city, their birth country, the sex, the name of the organization they belong to, the city where the organization is located, the country where the organization is located, the date of death of the laureate winners, their death city, and their death country. A lot of information in this data, very interesting. And I mean, outside the jurisdiction of DataCamp, you could explore, this data to actually get insights. Okay, so having done this, maybe we might just need to check some information on the data set. All right, so all right, okay, so we can see here, we have about 18 columns and 1,000 entries. That is 1,000 rows. So, but then we see some missing values. Motivation has 912 missing values. Um, the birthday, the birth city, the birth country, all of these have missing values. Okay, so should we go ahead and work with it? Will it affect? Because looking at our instructions, if you ask me, many of the things that we need are actually intact. Many of the columns that we need are intact. All right. But then it's best that we handle the missing data. So yeah, how do I handle this missing data? Can anybody suggest?
I think you should be able to use field values to handle that.
Okay, fine. But do you do you think we should drop some columns that we do not need as for this data project actually, and for the sake of this data project? Is there? I'm asking. Is that a good suggestion? Is that a good step to take?
Yes, I think if there are consequences to it, we can do that. No
Okay.
values attached to those missing values that can affect the columns and the rows. We can use it.
Okay. So you're saying we can drop some columns, right? Okay. So um. So let's see how we can drop some. Let's see
Well,
how.
it's dropping. Hello, sorry, don't be angry.
Yeah, sure.
Dropping some column will somehow affect. Instead, let's replace any null value to be zero.
Zero. Okay. If we are replacing, remember, not everything is actually a numerical column. We have categorical columns. We have normal columns with D-type objects. So, for example, now, would you expect me to fill a null value under motivation with 0? No, that would be very, very wrong replacement decision. You have to, if you are replacing, it has to be very, 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 very um, suitable with the column. I cannot use a 0 value to, even if it's a numerical column, I cannot use a null value to fill a missing data because it would affect the most I can do is to fill it with the mean, all right, depending on the skewness of the data, or to fill it with the median. I cannot just fill an empty column with 0, right? Except, of course, the missing values are just very small, right? But here we are having about, for this, we're having more than 300 missing values, almost 400. Here we have about 250, 250, 250. We have about maybe less than 100. Okay. So, well, the truth is we can actually work with our data. We can work with our data sets, right? We can go on. But then for me, and for the sake of this project, and for the sake of our learning, I want to do some things that we might learn from, all right? So personally, my decision is I would want to, what's it called? We drop some columns. It won't affect, for the sake of this project, right? It won't really affect the data that we need. So in handling my missing values, internet, I want to drop some columns. So I'll be dropping columns that have about almost 250 missing data. All right, I'll be dropping them, and I think this would follow. That city should follow. That country, organization name, organization city, and organization country. If you want to do other exploratory data analysis, then you can now decide to take another decision on how to handle your missing values. Dropping the columns will not now work. But for the sake of our project, if you notice, we want to follow the instructions. So we want to stick with the instructions here. Many of the things that we're asked to do will not require some of these columns. So that's why I'm deciding to drop them. The other better alternatives, you can actually leave them. All right. If you check the guide, I'm not sure the guide actually gives us, there's no instruction or direction on how to handle the missing data. So we just have to take our own initiative to see what we can do just to make our data clean. All right. So handling the missing data, I'll have to drop some columns. So let me create a data frame called columns to drop. I'm doing this for the sake of maybe you want to explore some project outside DataCamp. You can do this date. So I'm dropping the death date. Sorry. I'm also dropping the death city. I'm dropping also the death country. Oh, sorry. I'm also dropping organization name. I'm also dropping organization city. I'm also dropping organization country. So I want to use a function or a method, but then I want to create a list. I'm creating a list, right? So this is a list. I hope you have not forgotten. If you remember this square bracket, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a list, right? Not a data frame, as I said initially. Sorry, this is a list. Okay, so I'm creating a list to actually compile all of the columns that I want to drop. All right, so then I come here. Let me make a comment. Drop columns. In dropping columns, there is actually um, a function that we use called, or a method, if you like, drop. Drop. Right? We use this to drop columns, and so with the argument columns equal to my list columns to drop. I hope we followed up to this point. So it's more like I want to revamp my data frame. Remember our data frame was named Nobel DF. So I want to give Nobel DF a new shape. So in that case, I'm still using the same variable name. All right. I would have used maybe Nobel DF underscore Nobel underscore DF underscore cleaned, but I chose to just use the same so that I can still have my original data set as my reference point. All right, for this project. So we use this method drop to drop columns, and then we actually specify the columns we want to drop. So when I say columns, if I were to drop one column, I would have indicated the column to drop here, but I'm dropping more than one, and because of that, initially I created a list. All right, a list of columns that I want to drop. So now I am assigning that list to the argument columns. All right, so yeah. Now let's see. If you notice, we did not drop all of the columns with missing data. There are still other columns that have missing data. All right. So I want us to use our initiative. Okay. So let me what's it called around this. So I want us to use our initiative now. Let me open. All right. So let's see what we have here. The columns that we now have. We had about 17 columns. Let's see how many columns we now have. What's wrong? Organization, city, country. Mm. What's wrong? I guess we have to run again from the start. My network must have. So let me run. Let me run. I can't hear you. Somebody's saying something.
I mean the quotation marks in the list. The columns you are dropping.
Yes, it's work now. It's because of my. It's because of my. Don't worry. It's work now. Don't worry. It's because of my internet. For every code that you write, it's being saved in the memory. So I guess because of internet, it did not save it. So it's actually visible now, our results. So we have about 11 columns now. We dropped about 6. Now we have 11. But if you can notice, we still have missing data in this column. We can go ahead, but just to fulfill the righteousness, to ensure that okay, all of our columns are filled, we can do something. So we have motivation, we have birth date, so let's view these columns. Let's view these columns. So that we can ideate on how to fill them. So I need somebody to suggest. I want to view specific columns, not the whole data frame. So how do I go about this? Somebody. I want to view maybe motivation column, birth date, birth city, birth country, sex only. I don't want
You
to. I
add
don't.
you add your square brackets and put the column name that you want to view.
Okay.
Yes, in a quotation. Yes.
Okay. What else am I? Birthday.
If actually you want to view like 2 or 3, you have to add 2 square brackets.
Okay, yes, I'm following you. I know you're my teacher. I was waiting for that. Thank you very much. Please, a round of applause for him, please. Thank you. All right. We are all learning. What else are we viewing? Birth city. Um, Birth country. And then yes, yes. All right, then we add a. Let's go look at. I guess we are good. Yeah. Internet is killing me. Oh Jesus. All right, so in recognition, so if you check the motivation column, these are the motivation for the prizes. Look at the null values we have. So somebody should just, so the thing is, even if we don't fill this data set, it would not affect our project, because I mean we do not have any business with motivation, if you ask me. But I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to see how we can explore this kind of a thing, right? Even though it's not within the jurisdiction of our project, so that we can understand how to go about it, just in case we find a project that would require us to do so. All right. So let's say, for example, now you're actually going to work with it. There's what we call natural language processing. All right, NLP. So in those cases where you would have to work with text and all of that, we might have to work with the motivation text. Okay. But then in this case we are not. So you actually need to know how to fill this kind of column. So I also want to ideate, looking at motivation, how do you suggest we fill this null um, rows? What do we do? Should we drop them again? There's no dropping them. I want us to suggest how we can fill them. Just think.
For my own, I did not drop it, or there is no column I dropped. I use a for this motivation. I use a not provided to fill it.
Okay. Yeah, I understand. I said it earlier that the project does not require you to drop any column or fill any missing value. If you check the guide, because we have a guide, it does not require you to do so. You're just trying to explore. Okay, you said not provided. Very good. Very good. So you're saying that maybe for all of this, um,
Yes, the no value.
all right, not
I
provided.
use not provided.
Okay, okay. So how about the best date? For example, there's a no value here. How about the best date?
The birthday, the birthday first, I convert it to a normal date, date and time. It's an object there.
Okay, okay, okay. You went far. You went far. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. You can actually try that, right? Using the to date time method, or maybe from the onset when you are inputting your data, you can pass date, all right, and actually, when I mean pass date, I mean this argument, all right, and then you equate it to the column, specific columns that have dates, or you can convert your dates that are in object to date time object, to date time category before you fill. But then that would be a long process. You can just actually fill it with not available, as you said, or unknown. You can just say unknown. So if you ask me, all of these columns that have no values, we just fill them with unknown. Okay. So I wanted to use a for loop, but let me not use a for loop. and confuse us. We can actually use a for loop to fill all of the what's it called, missing rows with unknown or not available, right? Since we are just using one, but let's just do it singly, right? So let's do it singly. Let's use the comment fill missing values. Let's start with motivation. We have Nobel DF. I call the column, right?
Yes.
Motivation. Now we use an argument to fill. That's not an argument, I mean a method, and that method is what? Can somebody tell me? How do we fill missing values? You have been talking, please don't talk, don't
You
talk, don't
use
talk. Oh, I need some other person, please. You're not the only one on this call. Please, how do we fill missing values? What method do we use to fill missing values? Somebody help
The
me.
fill method.
Somebody's talking.
Dot
Fill
Q.
method. Fill method.
You say?
Dot fill
Dot
method.
Q method.
Okay, dot fill is it complete? Is it dot fill? That's
Fill
not
method.
complete.
no, it's not. It
The
is
field
it, but
values.
there are some things missing. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
You
Alpha. I can hear you.
yeah, you use fee NA
Yeah,
to
that's what
feed
I'm saying.
the.
A round of applause for him. All spark. What's the name again? You actually were correct, but you did not say it completely. It's dot fill any, not dot fill. All right, dot fill any. All right, so dot fill any, and then I open the bracket. So let's use Okay, sorry. Let's use not available. Somebody said is it not provided, right? Not provided or not available, and we use the in place. True. All right. So since we are using this for all of the what is it called? Missing. Let's
Sorry,
just
sir.
copy it.
Your underscore.
My underscore where, please. Please, I need. Is there anything I'm missing? Please bring me back. You said underscore where?
Yes, fill NA. Underscore before NA.
Are you
No,
sure?
it's correct. It's
I'm
correct.
correct,
No,
bro.
you're correct, sir.
There's no underscore after fill. Don't worry, by the time you get used to the syntax.
Yes.
Yes, you get used to the syntax.
Okay,
Don't worry.
sorry. I'm the one
Yeah.
making mistake.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a good one. At least it means that you are trying to. So would copy this since we are using the same. Just copy it um and apply it to the rest of the columns that are missing. And the next should be our birth date. So I just copy and paste. Oops, sorry. Next should be remember I said I'm just doing this, to give us the idea on how to fill. This is not part of the jurisdiction of our project. All right. So if you did not do this, you are safe during the assignment. All right. So if you didn't do this, you are safe, please. Because someone will be like, did they tell us to do this one? It's not there. Oh. It's not there actually. All right. So I can actually use a for loop to do this. This is wasting my time. All right. Okay. So now let's confirm. So I want to confirm if I have any other missing values. All right. So I can see use my what is it called? I can see use this can see use this syntax. So when I run it, I will count. I will check here to count. So if it's not up to 1,000, it means I still have some missing values. All right. So but there's another way I can actually calculate the sum total of missing values? Can somebody tell me? Anybody? Is there a way I can calculate the sum total of missing values in this? Okay, let's just make a comment. Confirm the number of missing value is 0. So let's just missing. So there's an argument called is null. All right. So what is null is like it actually gives a boolean what's it called? It gives a boolean true or false as a result.
Yes.
It's null. But then I want to find the sum. So if there is a missing value, it will be true. If there is none, it will be false. So it will count all the true. So if I use this method, remember I said methods do come with um parentheses, whereas attributes are just like this. Whereas a method will come with a parenthesis, all right? Dot sum. So let me run this. Let me see. Okay, so we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. It means that there are no what's it called?
No missing value again.
No missing value. Okay, so in that case, I think we can go into our project properly. So now I just did all this to just give us extra knowledge. All right, so let's all right. So they said we should check what is the most commonly awarded gender and birth country. All right, so let's make a comment. Top. Let's use most awarded gender and what birth country. So you see why we did not drop birth country, because we needed it actually. So now how do I do this? First and foremost, what they're asking us to do is we want to
Hello,
check
sir.
yes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
For it not to be complicated, for my own, no, for it not to be complicated, you know that gender is sex. So I change this sex to gender so that it
Okay.
will not be complicated.
All
I
right.
just change the column sex to be gender.
Okay. Okay. We can do it here now.
Yes.
So let's say. So what will not be the method for it? Dot rename, right?
Yes, sir.
So what else will I write?
Where are you? I can't see.
You're my
Is it my
teacher
network?
now. You can't see.
You use that Nobel DF dot rename. Then you put the column is
Mm-hmm.
equal to.
Okay.
Then you put the uh
What I want to change it to, right?
yes, what you want to change.
All right. Thank you very much. A round of applause for that should be oh, my namesake. Interesting. So all right. So you see that I did not create, I just continued. I just continued the line of code instead of creating, so that my code will not be too bulky and all right. So let's run it and see if it reflected. Um case object has no attributes. Okay.
Yeah, this it should
Yeah,
be
yeah,
inside
yeah.
the.
I think this is supposed to come. Wait, you said this should be inside what?
It should be like a dictionary. You have to specify the because me I write my own on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
thing separate this thing. You specify the sex like in dictionary form key value pair.
Okay, okay. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. That's true. Oh, I see the, I see the error. So let's correct that. So it will be best to do that so that we can be able to. So let's delete this. Or we can still go on. We can still go on, but we would have to use in this case, we would have to use what's it called? We would have to use a dictionary, as Chinonso said. And sorry, what's supposed to actually be columns, not So the what we're supposed to change is sex. All right, so we pair it with the value, the new value, gender. How did I forget this? Right, so this is supposed to be. Sorry. Okay. Wow, what's going on?
Just can we put it in the down of this thing?
Don't worry,
Oh, just
don't worry, don't worry,
yes.
don't
Use
worry.
a novel DF.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I see. Oh, we are having. Oh, yeah, I see. I see why. Because we are having. Yeah, don't worry. I've seen my error. Uh, all right. This is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to call this method on the data frame, not on the column. All right. So let's see if it reflected. All right. So okay, gender. All right, fine. All right. So it's been changed. All right. So let's take note of that so that I will not make the mistake to refer to. All right. So back to our project. We want to check the most awarded gender and birth country. All right. So um, now they said we should store our answers as string values, top gender, and top country. So top gender will be equal to. So how do we do this? We want to check. So if you ask me, this is like mode, all right? We
Yes, sir,
actually,
because we have to check the occurrence, the highest occurrence.
yeah, there are different ways to do this, all right? So we're going to try them. So let's use the first way. That is using
Use yeah, novel
mhm.
DF.
So it's only how many persons do I have on this call first? Let me check. I have about I have about 30 persons here, and there's only one person that has been talking. What's going on? Let me start mentioning their names. Um, Mr. Damilola, Divine Favor, Christy, Halimat, my Kenyan friend, Kirigo. I've not heard your voice. Mercy. Ruth, are you following? Ruth, I want to hear Ruth's voice. I think Ruth asked the question last week, I guess. Ruth, are you here? Oops. I don't want the thumbs up. I want to hear your voice. Make contributions. Christy Terminal.
Good evening.
Dada, my friend. Olawale. Damilola.
Sir, I'm with you, sir. I'm with you,
All
sir.
right. All right.
We are with you, sir. We are with you
I know
physically.
I know I have some
They're
data
watching
gurus here.
from behind.
We
I have
need
some,
the
yeah, I know.
attendance sheet, please,
It's
sir.
okay. Thank you. I know I have
Sir,
some data
attendance
gurus.
sheet.
Oh, really? Okay. So let me. Okay, I just have to get it now. Oops. I would paste it. Hold on, please. So if I did not request for you to talk now, you don't remember attendance. So, all right. So let's continue with our project. I know I have data gurus here. They're just there sitting at the back. So let's see what this guy is doing. Let's see what this guy is doing. It's okay. Oh, no wahala. Maybe you should keep it up. You don't want to talk, Abby. It's all right. Oh, we are running out of time. All right. So let's use. So I'm going to use value count. All right. Which is a method to actually count the number of um, currencies. So I'm going to call the index, that is the first value. Remember on the gender column, we have only male and female. At least when the world was still very normal, right? If there to be a data set of the 21st century, might be having about, say, maybe about 5 categories. I'm sorry, but this is Africa. I know that Africa has a very I don't know, but we're Africans here, so I do not think we have more than 2 gender in Africa. So that's why I'm speaking authoritatively this way. If I were to be in the West, I would have spoken diplomatically. I know how I would talk. But in Africa, I think there's no country that has officially accepted more than 2 genders. That's why I'm talking this way authoritatively. If it were not so, I would have shut my mouth up. All right. Please, is anybody here that is offended? I'm very sorry. Please pardon me. You only have 2 genders, male and female. So okay, let's see what our value is. So all right, male. Okay. So another way we can do this is to call the modal value. All right. So we can do this. The mode. Did we call pandas? Did we call numpy? Okay, I think we did. Yeah. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, so top gender. Yeah, male. So these are 2 methods that we can actually use. Somebody wanted to speak. Okay, somebody left the meeting. Okay, all spark, you raise your hand. Your question, please.
What does the word method do?
Very good question. All right, so let me see if I can revisit. Okay. Okay, I only have 5 here. I'm looking for an appropriate. Sorry, hold on, please. There's a place where I am. Okay, no, not here. Okay, so just to answer your question, I was looking for something, but I can't find it. Okay, so let's say let me just do something now. So let's say I have number have 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 3. All right, so 1, 2, 3. All right. So when we're talking about mode, I think you must have done introduction to statistics. All right. So mode is actually a measure of central tendency. I think you must have most of us did it in secondary school. When we are talking about a modal value, we are talking about the value in a data set that occurs the most frequent, if you like, frequency. When we're talking about frequency, how frequent did the data occur? All right, how frequent did the data occur? So most of the times we use mode to actually calculate, to actually measure, all right, central tendencies. In the case of this example here, we have an array of numbers, right? This is a list. Okay, so 1 1 1 1 2 2 2. So the mode here is very simple. The mode here is the number that occurs the most, right? The number that occurred the most. So we have one as our answer because one occurred 3 times. One appeared 3 times. Two appeared once. Three appeared one, two, twice. Five appeared one, two. Okay, let me make this. Five appeared 1 2 3 times. Eight appeared twice. Four appeared once. Seven appeared once. Nine appeared once. So four is our modal value because it appeared 4 times, followed by five because it appeared 3 times. Do you get the gist, Allspark? So when you're talking about mode, you're talking about what occurred the most. So in the case of our top gender, remember I said top gender. Okay, let me show you something. Nobel DF. Oh, gender, not sex now. Forgetting. So most times, if you want to check the values you have in a column, you use this method .unique. All right. So .unique will tell you if it's a categorical column, it will tell you the number of categories you have in that column. So we have 3 categories. Get me. We have 3 categories. We have male, female, and not provided. Because remember, we replaced missing values with non-provided. So it means that in our gender columns, we have male, we have female, we have not provided. These are the only 3 things you can find in the column, nothing else in this column gender. So when we're talking about the mode, we are saying which of these 3 values appeared the most. It means that if male appeared the most, it means that we had more males that won this Nobel Prize than females. I don't know if you get the point. Because every name in our data set, right, has a gender value attached to it. So Jacobus is a male, right? Sully Pudhom is a male. Adolf is a male. So for every name for every person, every individual that has a name, a value, a name value, also has a sex value or gender value, as the case may be. So we're talking about the mode, we're talking about the value that occurred the most. Because if I were to, I can't do that. If I were to open the data set, maybe if I open the CSV file, you would see the whole array, all right, of the values of this column. You see male, female, not provided. So male occurred the most, meaning that male in this data set, we had more males that won this prize. I don't know if you get, I don't know how to explain it. Allspark. All right, we are running out of time. I still have 30. Um, so we've gotten our answer. Should we use another code cell? Let's continue because of. So we want to set top gender, top country. So top country. Now you will tell me what to do. So I want to find the country that occurred the most in our data set. That means what country, what we're doing is EDA, exploitative data analysis. What country has the most Nobel Prize winners? All right, so we're looking at, did we drop organizational country? Oh, I think we did. Okay, no. What we don't need the organizational country. What we need is bet country. Okay, bet country. All right. We didn't drop that, did we? Okay, we didn't. All right. So we are safe. All right. So top country. So what do I do? You
Okay.
see? Yeah. Somebody's talking. Yes.
Okay, for the top country, you can just like subset the best country. That's Noble
Yeah.
DF.
All right.
Then square brackets quotation best country dot value count
Oh, very good.
then um what's the name of that parenthesis
Okay. Then I call the
dot
index.
index
That should be the first
0.
value. Someone should. Okay.
Yes.
Why there is zero and not one and not two
Be,
and not three?
okay, because it's sorted in descending order. So the first one will have the highest one will have the index of 0.
Oh wow! Please a round of applause for Precious. That's impressive. Thank you very much. Nobody's clapping. No. Only us back. Hmm. Nobody's clapping. No. Some persons are not clapping. No. Celebrate others now, so that you'll be celebrating. All right. Thank you for that, Precious. That was
Oh, we are
impressive.
clapping. We are clapping.
I'm seeing you. Now you know you're clapping. All right. So yeah, we are using zero because by default, right, when we call value count, right, it's arranged in descending order. If I want to alter the order, I just call ascending, right, and I set it to be true. True means it will start from the smallest value. So in this case now, if I call the index 0, it will give me the least country. I think the two. So for example, now if they have asked you what is the least commonly awarded gender, that means the country that has the least appearance. This is exactly what you do, all right, because it's a reverse order, but we're actually looking for the most. So yeah, we are calling this because let's confirm the country that has won this prize the most. This is very interesting. Just you're exploring your data, you want to find out what's going on here. What's going on here? Of course, United States of America. United States of America. They have the most winners. Okay, so I think we are done with this. So the next question is which
Hello,
decade?
excuse me, sir.
Yes,
But I use the same method. I use modes. It's give me the same answer.
of
I did not
course it
use
would.
value counts. I did not
Of,
even count the value.
of course it would. Of course it would. Yeah, this is the same that I did here. The same thing it would give it. I'm just trying to show you the two methods, all right? Just in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So maybe you might want to say you want to print. Let's say you want to print your value. All right. So you can decide to print out the value. Say you want to write a sentence saying the gender with the top winner. Is that the correct English? Or the gender with the most Nobel Prize winner, right? No, is then maybe your color, then um, um, um
You use single quotes. You
yeah,
know, use double.
yeah, I've seen it. Thank you. All right. Um, okay. So maybe, okay. Mhm. For the country, um, the country which the most Nobel Prize winner is all right. So we'd have it printed this way. All right. So yeah. Okay. So let's go to the next question. Which decade had the highest ratio of US born Nobel Prize winners to total winners in all categories? This is very interesting. Um, so, okay, so let's say I hope you are aware. I hope you are aware that even without doing this, I can actually find my value. Can actually find my value using by plotting. So because did we call matplotlib earlier, or we didn't? So I want to show us something. All right. I guess most of us must have an idea because we just did introduction to data visualization. All right, that's pyplot. It's PLT. All right. Okay. So okay, let me import. Is this necessary? Well, maybe. Yes. So that's why we are learning. I'm teaching us new. How many of us have come across this library, Seaborn? Seaborn is actually a better library. I wouldn't call it better library. It's actually a more let's call it advanced.
It's also a visualization
Yeah, it's a visualization
that
tool, it's
was
a
built
visualization
on top of
library, right? So
More
I want to do
versatile.
something. So I want to plot, let me plot the distribution. From the plotting, I can actually get my value of the top distribution of, say, distribution of gender, maybe, gender, or maybe top country. Mm, there are a lot of ways to do this, but so when you are plotting, many times you try to maybe set your plot display using this. No, actually, is it fixed size? Yeah, I think fixed size. Yeah, should be equal to. I'm trying to set the dimension of my plots. 10 is too big. And it's so the normal what we know. If I want to use this, there is this is we learn every day, right? So I'm using Seaborn, all right, dot count plot.
plot says.
Um, so let's say my data will be equal to Nobel DF, right? Let's say our X value should be gender, right? We'll get to see our plots. What the other argument? Okay. So let's show it first before we think about all of the other. Are we correct? Am I? Did I miss something? I think I did. It was hidden. right. So from this, you can actually know that have an idea that okay, the males have the highest. So you see, right? So this you can have an idea to see that okay, oh, the males have the highest winners for this prize. All right, so that's by the way. So please take note of this. You can actually use this. It will become very handy as you go along learning on DataCamp. So what's the next one? Which decade had the highest ratio of US born? All right, so let's look at our data. Had the highest ratio of US born Nobel Prize winners to total winners in all categories. What's the decade? So we have two questions here. We want to know decade. This is serious. Decade, not even year. What decade? We want to know that had the highest, not just highest, the highest ratio of US born. So we have a lot of successing to do here. US born Nobel Prize winners. So let's start from somewhere. So I need your ideas now. So data gurus, how do we go about this? So let me first make a comment. Calculating the proportion of US, not US based, they are US born winners. And we want to check the winners that were born in the US. We want to check their proportion, more like percentage representation. The representation of US winners as compared to entire other countries. What ratio, what percentage of US winners do we have in these data sets? All right, and which is the highest? Which decade rather had the highest? So there's a lot of successing to do here. So take it. Let's take it. Let's take it gradually. So first we need to subset the winners that were born in the US. There is okay, so maybe we'll get to see that. Okay, somebody please help me. How do we go about this? Somebody help me.
So first, we don't have a decade. We don't have, and we don't have this thing like decades. So for
Okay.
from you, what I then you pass a decade there because we want to use it as like our year.
Okay.
Are you getting me, sir?
Yeah, I get your point. But let's do it one by one before we get there now. Let's see how we can okay. Let's first create. So what we do first is we create a column. Or let's create a column that would have the list of winners. Is it a column now? Yeah, a column. Yeah, that will have the list of winners, all right, that were born in the US. So let's call this US. No, capital letter. No, so that's okay, right? US born. All right, so this would be Nobel DF. Oh, sorry. Data Lab. Why is this page? Nobel. Oops. Oh, we're running out of time. So this will be the last thing that I'll do. And then ask that question. Best country. So I can use the what's it called? Is in I can use this. How was it spelled? I think it should be this United States. Abi? Yeah, United States of America. Yep. So me run this first. So I've created a column, all right, that contains. What's wrong? Only lists are allowed to pass the pass string. Oh, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, so let's just make it simple. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. United States of America is not a yes. So let's use this. Let's use what as we did last week. Yeah, let's use this. This is better. Let me move this parenthesis. Um, learn from our mistakes. All right. All right. So, okay, so we've created the column for people that were born in the winners that were born in the US. Now, let's create another very, very vital column. And that column will be, let's call it decade. When you want to create a column, this is what you do. You write the data frame and you write the name of the column you want to create. Right? This is different from renaming. We're not renaming, we're actually creating. All right, so decade. So this is where I now need somebody's suggestion. I want to do something. Now let's go back to our year. All right. So we have where's the year column? Where down? Okay. Okay, yeah. So if you see, we have 1901, 19. Okay, let me do something. Please hold on. Oh, guys, this is the call. I've not had power since today. All right, so this is the last thing that I'll do. Then I close because I'm running out of power. No, don't switch on again yet. Don't worry, I'm almost done. Okay, so these are the years that we have. So if you check, what is a decade actually? A decade means 10 years, all right? So
Yes, sir.
for every 10 years, right? For every 10 years, we want to check the proportion of winners that were born in the US, all right, to other winners that were born in other countries. But then, how do we create a column that would, that will store a value for every 10 years? All right, that's from 1901 to 1910, store a value for it, 1911 to 1919, 1919, like that, for every 10 years till we get to 2023. Oh, this data set is the same. You get to 2023. All right, so I need your ideation now, and that will be the last thing we do before we call it today.
Sir, I think we have already created a column for we are going to store it inside these decades.
That's what
But
I'm saying now. How do we go about it? That's what I'm asking
so
now.
we'll go open a bracket.
Brackets.
Yes. Then you call your noble DF.
Okay. I'm not going to start with the brackets first. Let's do it one by one. I understand where you're going to, but let's do it. Let's do it small first.
Okay. Then noble DF
All
square
right.
bracket. Then the year.
Mhm. So now, how do I create this decade out of this year? Let's think. Um, hmm, it is going to be a tough
Sir,
one.
come again, sir. Come again.
I say, how do I create my decade column? What mathematical computation will I do? How will I go about it?
Since the year is the decade is 10, I think we should use a division. Then if this year divided by, but we are going to use integer division. to divide it by 10, then the year by 10.
Okay. 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 So I should do this. I guess this is what you are saying.
I think we still need to multiply it by 10 too.
Why are we multiplying? That's the question. That's what I want to know. This is where I need somebody that is very intelligent. I think. Everywhere is me too. Every year is me. Okay, nobody's talking. Why are you
No,
And,
sir.
multiplying?
and then,
Sir, me,
I
hello,
thought
sir.
it's every.
Can you
Okay,
hear me?
so somebody said, yeah, yeah, somebody said multiply by 10.
Yes, we are
Multiply by
you.
10 like this. Is this
No.
what you mean?
With
Somebody
like
said,
this. I don't know whether it will work, but you have to put the parentheses.
okay. You know, like I put in parentheses, it means that something you are trying to maybe you are trying to call a method. Okay, okay. So let me explain. All right. So we are trying to do something very, very, very um very interesting that requires what we call mathematical thinking. All right. So we want to create, you know, decades. All right. But then we are doing some mathematical computations. All right. So now this is it. If you check, so for example, 1901 to 1910. If I divide my value by 10, all right. Let's say I want to explain something. So let's say 1901. Okay, I'm not writing it. Let's say 1901, for example, divided by 10. Let me hide this.
To give you 190.
All right. 190.1 actually. Well, let's see our result.
Yeah, that's the reason why I say let's use integer division so that it will give us one number. Like let's add
Hold on,
another
hold on,
slash again.
hold on. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on, hold on. There's a reason why. There's a reason why I want to go this route. Okay, this is why I want to go this
Okay,
route.
sir.
Okay, so 190, 1901 divided by 10 will give us 190.1. Let's try 1910. It will give us um come on, what's wrong? Oh my god. Sorry guys, my power is gone. 6%. So at this point, I will call this meeting to an end, right? So I have a very, very, very low power, and my plans for electricity actually failed. So we'll continue next week. Any questions so far? So I would continue from explaining this. All right. I'll continue from explaining this. But any questions so far? All right.
Yes, sir. But it's not related to this class. It's not related to this class. So
Second teacher, yeah, continue. Chinonso, I sent a message. Drop your username for Discord.
Okay, I'll do so.
Thank you.
Never reach like that now. This one about the give teachers.
I'm not a teacher, I beg. I'm still a
Teacher.
student.
Be teacher also,
And the,
I'll be asking you questions. We are all learning.
that is it, oh, I beg. And today is my first time of joining this class, so I don't know my fate.
Are you
You say
serious?
this is your first time of joining this class, don't know your faith.
I don't know my fate now. So 50% of attendance.
Okay, so somebody was asking a question before I went off. Sorry, I had to switch over to my mobile device. Yeah.
So yes, it's me. This what I wanted to ask is this is my first time of joining this class.
Okay,
So I don't know whether I will still meet up or if actually I still be joining started from maybe next week to the day it will end.
okay. Um, you can, right? You can. So I mean, everything should be ending by September. All right, as per the 2 months. So before you still have about 4 Saturdays. So 4 Saturdays, or if you 4 Saturdays, or 2, 3 can. You said this is your first time, ba?
Yes, sir.
If you can, I think we have 1 Saturday left in August. And maybe if you can take about 2 Saturdays, this should be our fourth. Is this our fourth breakout session? It should be our fourth breakout session or fifth. So 50% will mean 2.5, or let's just say 3. So if you can attend 2 more, you can attend 2 more or 3 more. All right. Can attend 2 or 3 more. Would have something substantial. Yeah. Okay, so any other question? By next week, I'll actually explain how we can extract the decade column, how we can create the decade column. It's actually a mathematical logic. We'll actually use a NumPy, what's it called? A NumPy method. But that NumPy method has something that it does, all right, so that you can understand what you're trying to do. Because think about it, you have a list of columns that have years, different years, and you want to create decades out of the years based on so there's a syntax that you would use that will tell the computer that okay, numbers or years between this range, right, should fall under this decade. All right. So what you are actually doing is that you're trying to approximate, rounding down. So it means that from 1900 to 1910, every year between there will be rounded down to 1900. Right? So that is 1900 decade, then 1910s, 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. So they're trying to round down everything. So there's actually a method to actually round down. So there's rounding up, there's rounding off, there's rounding down. Rounding down means everything within that range we round it down to a whole number. I'm going to explain that by next week. So yeah, I think at this point, do have a good night rest.
Hello, sir. Sorry. The since the project will be, I think it will be the deadline is tonight. We that we don't know it. How do you want to go about it, or would it be extended for us? Or I don't know.
But I mean, the project. If you check the on the data camp, you have a guide. All right, you have a guide. So follow the guide. If you follow the guide, you have challenges. You can bring it to the Discord channel. All right, or maybe you can DM me on Discord. All right, we can sort it out. Please don't DM me on WhatsApp or anything. Just on Discord. All right, so we can actually sort it out on the Discord channel. Maybe on
Please,
the public
please, sir,
space.
please resend the attendance list, sir.
Do I still have it? Oh my. Okay, sorry. Hold on, please. Um. Uh, sorry, please. Give me a minute. Where are you? We are down. We are down. Come on, come on. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, this is what electricity can do to you. I actually underestimated my battery's capacity. I've been using it a lot today. So, um, okay, so I'm going to paste it now. Elizabeth, here you go. Purity, here you go. So those are requested for the document. All right, so at this point we've come to the end of this week's breakout session. Um, I do have a great weekend, and also a great learning week next week ahead of us. Um, all right, so yeah, if there's any other information to be made across to us on the Discord channel, keep the energy going. Practice, practice, practice. Gain XPs and climb up the ladder. See you at the top. Good night.
Good night, sir.
Thank you. So now,